But is the political diversity of Trump's cabinet picks getting lost amid the controversy? Axios points out that Trump's cabinet might be, quote, the most ideological diverse cabinet of modern times. Say that 3 times fast. Naming former independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and others as being more liberal. So joining me now to discuss is California Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley. Congressman, we want to thank you so much for being here. And to break this all down, we want to get your reaction to the Axios article I was just explaining. Do you think that some of the more controversial picks are overshadowing the political diversity of his cabinet picks? What do you make of it?
Well, you're right. It certainly is a diverse set of people and a team that he's put together. And I think that perhaps most importantly is that the president has moved quickly to get his team assembled. Now, I'm in the House. It's the Senate's job to vet individual nominations, so I'm not weighing in on the merits or demerits of any particular candidate. But I think it is a signal that he's looking to get the ground running. I mean, the president has fulfilled his cabinet before California has even finished counting votes. And so I think it is a great sign that the House, the Senate, and President Trump are ready to really hit the ground running in January. Those first 100 days are going to be absolutely crucial to changing the trajectory of our country. And I think that there's an opportunity to launch a new era of American prosperity in those first 100 days.
Now, you serve on the House Education and the Workforce Committee. So are you a strong advocate for education? Obviously, you must be, because you've been critical of the Department of Education when it comes to FAFSA. You co-sponsored a bill calling for hard deadlines for the Department of Education for releasing the FAFSA and yearly check-ins to help students not miss out on crucial funding. Trump has named Linda McMahon, let's talk about that for a second, to lead the Department of Education. Do you think that she's the best choice to help combat some of these issues? And then also, do you think the Department of Education should be eliminated altogether?
Well, I'll leave that to the Senate to evaluate this particular candidate, but I do think that there is a lot of room for improvement when it comes to federal education policy. I mean, just look at what happened with the Biden administration. The moment that the administration started and Secretary Cardona took office, they tried to cut charter schools. They tried to cut funding for charter schools, which have proven to be enormously effective across the country in elevating student achievement, in closing achievement gaps. And they, and even in the Justice Department, they went and they targeted parents attending school board meetings and investigated them as if they were terrorists. And so I think that the current administration's focus on eliminating choices for families, on attacking parents and parental rights, has created an opportunity for a real paradigm shift. And I think that that's what the president is looking to do. And again, it's the Senate's responsibility to see if this particular person meets the standard for confirmation. But I think that you're going to see some very positive changes when it comes to education. And the fact is, our public schools could do a lot better. And there are a lot of things that we could be doing better at the federal level to preserve local control while assuring that those federal dollars that are being spent are spent in the right ways.
And let's talk about the other part of your job. You're also on the House Judicial Committee. Do you think new AG pick Pam Bondi will carry out the prosecuting the prosecutors, as she has mentioned? Do you think this is a good choice?
Well, I think there's a lot of room for reform in the Justice Department. I mean, we've seen many abuses starting in the 2016 election. And then, of course, what I just mentioned, which is that the edict issued by Merrick Garland to say we're going to use FBI agents to go and target parents for attending school board meetings. We're going to mobilize counterterrorism resources against parents. I think that there's a lot of folks in this country who feel like we need to get back to having an equal standard of justice, as well as, by the way, of renewing our focus on public safety. I represent a district in California, and across our state, we have seen a rise in crime, a significant rise in crime in recent years. Cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, crime has gotten absolutely out of control. They tell you don't wear your jewelry when you go outside or else it'll get stolen. When you go into a store and you want to buy shampoo or a stick of deodorant, it's under lock and key because that's the only way that the businesses can protect themselves. And so I think that reanimating that purpose of the Justice Department of equal justice under law and a commitment to public safety is going to be an important responsibility for the new Attorney General.
All right. Well, California Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley, we want to thank you very much for being here and breaking that all down. Really appreciate it. We'll see you soon, okay?
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.